What's up, moviegoers? Welcome to the Marchio podcast. I'm your host, Anthony. So on January 5th, the Golden Globes took place, and I gave my predictions on who would win in the film categories. And I have to say I did pretty good. I went 7 for 5, and on today's episode, I will recap my predictions with the actual winners that won on January 5th. So let's get started. For Best Motion Picture Drama, I picked The Irishman, and the actual winner was 1917. For me, that was a very big surprise. I didn't think 1917 would win it, but it did. It's getting a lot of great award season buzz, and it looks like it's going to be the Best Picture nominee at the Oscars. So we'll see who wins. Best Motion Picture Musical or Comedy. My pick was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and my actual pick did win. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood did take this award. Now, granted, I have said that musical or comedy for Best Motion Picture and the films that are in this category sometimes make no sense. But hey, it's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is a great movie, so it's well deserving of this award. Best Motion Picture Animated. My pick was Frozen 2, and in a surprise upset, the animated film Missing Link won for Best Motion Picture Animated. I was very surprised by this, and I didn't expect it to win. And I'm very curious to see if it gets nominated for an Oscar. Best Motion Picture, Foreign Language. My pick was Parasite, and the actual winner was Parasite. It was great to see Bong Joon-ho on that stage accepting his Golden Globe Award, and it's deservingly so. And I can actually see this movie winning a Best Foreign Language Film for an Oscar. So be on the lookout for that. Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture Drama. My pick was Antonio Banderas for Pain and Glory, and the actual winner was Joaquin Phoenix for Joker. Listen, I've said my opinions on the Joker, and is Joaquin Phoenix deserving of this award? Maybe, but it doesn't guarantee him a win for an Oscar, so we shall see what happens. Best Performance by an Actress in a Motion Picture Drama. My pick was Renee Zellweger for Judy, and Renee Zellweger did win for Judy, so I'm very surprised at that. Of course, that there was no other competition in this category. She deserves this award. She did a great job as Judy, and I'm very curious to see if she sweeps award season and actually wins an Oscar, so we'll be on the lookout for that. Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. Now, my pick was Leonardo DiCaprio for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and the actual winner was Taron Egerton for Rocketman. Listen, I didn't pick Taron Egerton, and I should have, but, his performance as Elton John was really good, and it's good to see him actually take an award and to see his career start where it is now. So we'll see how far he goes in his career, and it's just the start of things for him. Best Performance by an Actress in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. My pick was Awkwafina for The Farewell, and Awkwafina did win for The Farewell. She is the first Asian American to win in this category for Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy. So congratulations to her. She's well deserving of this award. She's like one of the most underrated actors in Hollywood right now. She has a lot of great things in store, and I'm very curious to see what she's going to do next. Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role in a Motion Picture. Now, my pick was Brad Pitt for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Brad Pitt did win for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. When I saw the telecast of the Golden Globes and this award was announced, I was very happy for him. And when I saw Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood when it came out in August of 2019, I automatically said he was going to win an award for this, and he did, and I'm very curious to see if he gets that Oscar, because I'm pretty sure he will, so I'm curious to see if he sweeps the award season. Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role in a Motion Picture. My pick was Laura Dern for Marriage Story, and Laura Dern did win for Marriage Story. So, she could sweep this award season, and, the category that she was in with other great actresses is, underrated as such, so to speak, and we shall see if she actually takes this award for the Oscars and for the SAG and the BAFTA, so stay tuned for that, and we'll see what happens. Best Director Motion Picture. My pick was Bong Joon-ho for Parasite, and Sam Mendes actually won for 1917. So it was a surprise because of 1917 was one of those rare war movies, and with 1917 winning Best Director, it also won Best Picture. So we could have a looking forward to an Oscar where Best Director goes to Sam Mendes and the Best Picture goes to 1917, but who knows, it could be an upset, but we never know, so we have to stay tuned for that. Best Screenplay Motion Picture, my pick was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood from Quentin Tarantino, and Quentin Tarantino did win for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, his screenwriting is better than his directing at times, and this just goes to show it. So I won't be surprised if he wins an Oscar for Best Writing, and it's going to be his third award in that category. So we shall see what happens, And he's, like I said, he's very underrated with his directing, but his writing is just that much better. So what did you think of this year's Golden Globe Awards? Did Ricky Gervais do too much? Did he say too much? In my opinion, I don't think he did. He stole the show. He said what he had to, and he basically said what everybody was thinking. That's Ricky Gervais for you. If you don't like it, too bad, because he's one of the most underrated comedians in the industry and of our time, and he doesn't get enough credit. And for the philanthropic things that he does with animals is just outstanding. And kudos and congratulations to Ricky Gervais on his final hosting gig at the Golden Globes. And I have to say that for me, I would like to see him host the Oscars. I really would, because he would literally, make it worth watching, and the ratings would probably go through the roof. So we shall see what happens with that. And like I said, what did you think of the Golden Globe Awards? Did your picks come true? Did you pick the right movies? Did you pick the right actors? Were they on par with mine? Leave your comments in the description below and let me know. I'm curious to see if you were correct on the movies that won this year at the Golden Globes. I'm your host, Anthony, and you've been listening to the Marchio Podcast.